All right, happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back to Patriot Specialized. Today, we're hauling a legal garbage truck chassis to Dodge Center, Minnesota. Stick around.
Right across these plains and prairies, Rocky Mountain highs, fade off into the distance like ghost riders in the sky. Black smoke and white line, steel horses side by side. It's more than just a living, y'all. Hell, it's our way of life. We're the last of the cowboys, the giddy-up gone boys. 18 wheels on the concrete, it's a slow and dying breed, rolling like Jesse James.
All right, how's everybody doing today? All right, so right now we're just inside Wisconsin. Picked up a legal garbage truck chassis in Ohio, New Philadelphia, going to Dodge Center, Minnesota for delivery. Stopped at a rest area inside Wisconsin here. Figured I'd jump out here and show you the load. All right, well, here's our chassis right here. Pretty standard. You guys have seen me haul about 1 million of these things so far, I think. Pretty basic truck chassis. This one's gonna be a garbage truck, refuge truck. This is non-electric. This is a diesel truck, not CNG, not electric. Securement on this was exactly the same as I always do. Pretty basic. The 2 chains up front, right there off the tow hooks. I'm right down to the trailer. 1 chain on each side. Did the same thing on the back as I always do. Put 2 chains X'd. This one, you can't really get to the axle in there and have a straight shot down with the framing in the way, so I just went ahead and tied off the framing. It's below the suspension, so you can tie off this framing and it has the same effect as grabbing the axle, so nothing wrong with that. It's actually a little bit easier securement. Let me make sure it's tight. Truck chassis weighs about 18,000 pounds or so, 18 or 19,000 pounds. So I don't, these ones here, when they're this light, I don't even bother scaling them. Positioning on it, it really can only go one place. It's about 26 foot long, so can really only go in one way. Got it put on Friday before I went home. Drove down to Maryland, helped my daughter move over the weekend, because that seems to be what I'm good at lately. So go ahead and jump back in the truck and we'll get back on the road and
Modern day outlaw game. If you're out here riding with me, come on back and make some noise. We're the last of the cowboys.
all right. So as you just saw, the truck chassis we got on, it's going to be a refuse truck, garbage truck up in Dodge Center, Minnesota. We deliver that. Next week was just kind of a, you saw the one load I did last week. I posted that. I'll talk about that for a minute. You saw the one load I did last week. That was oh man, I got down there in Kentucky. I had booked after I delivered that load, I had booked what was it? The first one was some sort of milling machine going from Louisville to New Kensington, PA. I booked it, and then that load fell apart and canceled on me. And then I found a load of transformers going from Louisville up to Michigan. Booked it, got the paperwork on it. That load canceled on me. Then I ended up booking a truck they couldn't pick up till Friday morning in Walton, Kentucky. So because I was done so early on Thursday, I decided that I could have got up. I got up there about 3:30 or so. I decided just to swing in there and see if they happened to have it ready. So I stopped there, and those guys, those guys were like, "Man, this thing isn't going to be ready until like noon tomorrow." And so I called the customer, and the customer said, "Yeah, we need that thing delivered, you know, as soon as it gets picked up. Either you can't deliver after hours on Friday. We need it delivered on Saturday." I had already committed to go to Maryland and help my daughter move, so that was not an option for me to deliver Saturday. It was just, so I ended up having to give that one back too. And I'm literally sitting there Thursday evening at the Flying J in Walton, Kentucky, thinking, man, how many loads do I got to book before one ends up on my trailer? But as it turns out, the answer is 0, because I ended up just bouncing home. I took a look at the board Friday morning. There just wasn't anything there that was going to work for getting me back to this load. I had already committed to this load, so there wasn't anything that would work to get me back to here. So I went ahead and bounced up, put this one on a trailer Friday, and in a stroke of luck, my dispatcher happened to be looking at one of our customers' load board, and she found a pretty good load right out of Dodge Center, where I'm going back over to Pennsylvania. So that was great, you know, after Friday and having all those loads book and cancel and that mess that was going on there. It was absolutely wonderful for her to have found this load. It is literally loading about 6.5 miles from where I'm delivering. So that's going to be fantastic tomorrow morning. And I will shoot some video at delivery. You've seen me deliver at this place before. In fact, in the video where my fuse blew on the truck the first time, that's the company I was delivering to up there. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. Hopefully that's not some sort of weird thing on this road. But that was where I was delivering. So you've seen me deliver there before, but I'll go ahead and shoot a real quick film there at delivery. Show you how that works. There's a couple things that are goofy about that delivery, and then we'll definitely film picking up. I'm delivering a garbage truck chassis, and I'm picking up a completed garbage truck. So this load here is supposed to be 26 foot long, legal width, and 12.6 high, which on my trailer with an 18-inch deck height, my height would be how much? Come on now. That's what this channel's about. You should know this. 18-inch deck height, 12'6" load puts me at 14 foot. There you go. Should put me at 14 foot. I went ahead and permitted the first 2 states because they had the weight in there as 40,000 pounds, and that just seemed kind of generic to me. So I told my permit office, just order me the first 2 permits with the dimensions that we know. I went ahead and permitted for 14.2 tall just to be sure. 14 foot should be okay, but you know, pad a little bit just in case something's sticking up there or whatever. And we based those 2 permits off the 40,000 pounds, but as soon as I get it loaded, as we get that loaded, I told her I'd run down and get a scale as quick as I could so we can check the weight on it and make sure that that 40,000 was accurate, and go ahead and get the permits going for the rest of the trip. So that's it, man. I'm gonna get back on the road here. I stopped at a rest area, show you the load, do a little commentary. I'm gonna get back on the road and get the rest of this trip finished. I should be sitting, I think there's I have enough time to get right up to it today, but I think the closest truck stop, about 45 minutes away. So I'll probably be stopping there tonight, and that way I'll be able to roll in there in the morning, get there when they open, no problem at all. Run over, make my load, and still have a lot of time to run tomorrow. So that'll be good. Hopefully we'll get that garbage truck kicked off in Pennsylvania on Wednesday afternoon. I'm hoping. The check engine light is still on in my truck, and I took it in Friday. They hooked the computer to it. We're pretty sure we know what it is. They ordered the part for it. Nothing that stops me from running, but it could turn into a bigger issue. So they went and ordered the part. If the part is there tomorrow, I'm going to have her route me with that garbage truck right into the shop so they can throw that part on. They said it'll only take about an hour or so. Throw that part on the truck real quick and get rid of this check engine light and get that fixed, and then we'll be on our way. But with any luck, I'll be able to get delivered Wednesday afternoon in Pennsylvania, and then we're only like 36 miles from Baltimore, so I got a feeling that I'm going to end up in Baltimore to reload on Thursday morning, but we'll see what happens. All right, well, that being said, I'm going to get back on the road here. If you're brand new to the channel, it's the first time watching, I appreciate you tuning in today. If you like what you see, go ahead and peek through some of my other videos, and if you like the videos of the selections that I've given, please consider to subscribe to the channel. If you're a veteran coming back, I appreciate you returning to the channel. Hopefully I'm keeping this interesting for you. Should have some good loads coming up, so we'll see what happens. I booked a load next week that nothing super crazy, but it's got me doing something I don't normally do, running the weekend, and I'll explain that when I get it picked up and why I'm running the weekend for that. So I'm gonna get back on the road, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Hope everybody has a great day.
Roads, we were born in the fast lane, branded by our heroes, taught to saddle up and move. We keep this country